वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ वॉइस ऑफ कनाडा उर्दू। और आज आपकी होस्ट उस्मा खान आपके साथ हैं और हमारे साथ आज बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट हैं ऑटवा से, जिनकी बेपनाह खिदमत है हमारी कम्युनिटी के लिए एंड स्पेशली मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी के लिए। उनका नाम है मिस नजीरा तरीन। Although she doesn't need any introduction, everybody who knows her, they love them, and I think I think it's safe to say she's Mother Teresa of Ottawa. जो हमारे सुनने वाले हैं पाकिस्तान से और दूसरी कंट्रीज से, उनको मैं थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूंगी। She is the founder and the first president of Ottawa Muslim Women Organization. She has volunteered with Kidney Foundation, the Museum of Civilization, the Brownies, and Girl Guides of Canada, Ottawa Calls on Immigrant Services. She has been an invited speaker on Islam at many churches, schools, universities, the National Press Club, on TV and radio. Ms. Nazira Tareen is well known in the community for her volunteerism. She was the first woman to be elected as chair of the Ottawa Muslim Association Council of Trustees and was the first Muslim woman to join Christian Muslim Dialogue Group. She has received 2000 YWCA Women of Distinction Award for Community Volunteerism, the Order of Ottawa in 2012, and in 2013, an award for outstanding services to Canada and Canadian people given by the Ottawa Muslim Association and Muslim Coordinating Council of National Capital Region. Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. She also have received Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. So please welcome Ms. Nazira Tareen. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you? Actually, हम सब उनको बहुत प्यार से ऑटवा में आंटी नजीरा बुलाते हैं. So welcome, Auntie Nazira. How are you?
Thank you very much. Ramzan Mubarak to everybody. Today is the first day of Ramadan in Ottawa and Canada and in many parts of the world, Muslim world. And I wish you all a very happy and blessed Ramadan Kareem.
मेरा पहला सवाल है आपसे, why did you feel the need to establish Ottawa Muslim Women's Organization?
We used to have what was called the Ottawa Muslim Women's Auxiliary for many years. It was started in 1965 and it was run by many women. The first Muslim woman born of Lebanese parents, Eva Wahab, she started it with Shano Beko Saleh, who was an Albanian, and it was running. Eva Wahab was the first president of the Ottawa Muslim Women's Auxiliary. It was under the umbrella of the Ottawa Muslim Association. It is an auxiliary. That means we are under the control of another organization. And Shano was the second president. Khatija Hafaji was the third president. And she was from South Africa, and Nahid Gawad was from Egypt. She was the fourth president, and I was the fifth president in 1977. I'm born in India, so we had a series of presidents, and it was a 2-year term. I served for 2 years, and then there were many other presidents, and again I was re-elected 2 more times. And finally, it was dissolved in the late 90s. Due to some concerns of the women that we were not, recognized or respected. So they didn't want to, they en masse resigned and there was no more auxiliary. And the Ottawa Mosque kept on asking me to revive it again. And I had over so many meetings for a whole year. Finally, in 1991, when 9/11 happened, September, we had been meeting already. We launched Ottawa Muslim Women's Organization. We launched it not as an auxiliary, but as an independent charitable organization on the 30th of September 2001 after 9/11. Because the women were afraid to go out of their houses and they were reeling, Muslims were reeling with shock with what had happened in New York. And we needed a strong voice for Muslim women in Canada and across Canada and America. And so we established the Ottawa Muslim Women's Organization, and it was multi-faith, multi-national membership in our organization. I was the founder and the first president. Shano Beko Saleh, who was the past president of the auxiliary, was a board member, and we had many members. from Pakistan, from Iran, etc. We had a multi-faith, multinational organization again. And it's 20 years now since we established it. 30th of September this year, it's 20 years since OMW was established. And it's the first and only Muslim women's organization in Ottawa, which has charitable status. The membership fee is $25, and every time somebody pays $25, they get a tax-deductible receipt, and they can get their tax deduction from that receipt every year from Revenue Canada.
I think we all are, those who are living in Ottawa, quite familiar with the services of Ottawa Muslim Women Organization and the efforts that they have done to uplift the Muslim women. आप also patron है Multi-Faith Housing Initiative. Please tell us about this project and how it started.
Multi-Faith Housing Initiative provides housing for low-income families. It's again another charitable organization, and I've been supporting them for many years. My husband started a charity walk under the Ottawa Muslim Association umbrella in 2000. And it was a charity walk around Dow's Lake, which is a beautiful lake in Ottawa. And it was during the Tulip Festival of Ottawa, which is usually in May. And he used to have a charitable walk, and we used to raise money, and we used to help students, etc., Muslim students, etc. He ran it for a few years, and every time there was a new president of the Ottawa Muslim Association, some of them supported him, some of them did not. Then finally, when he became a board member of Multi-Faith Housing Initiative in 2008, he decided he was so impressed with the work of Multi-Faith Housing Initiative, he gifted this charity walk to Multi-Faith Housing Initiative in 2008. He donated in 2008, and he gifted the whole status of the charitable organization to Multi-Faith Housing in 2009. And it's been running by Multi-Faith Housing Initiative every year. And Multi-Faith Housing Initiative has patrons. Most of them are religious leaders. They are either imams or priests or rabbis, because multi-faith means churches, synagogues, Hindu temples, mosque. We are all involved in that. So all the patrons are clergy or ministers of churches or imams. I'm the only lady who's a lay person. I am one of the patrons, and the other patron who's not a religious person is from the police department. We are the only two lay people who are patrons of the Multi-Faith Housing Initiative.
Wonderful project. जो हमारे लिसनर हैं पाकिस्तान, इंडिया और दूसरी कंट्रीज में, वो सुन रहे होंगे किस तरह कनाडा के अंदर एक मुस्लिम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एक मुस्लिम लेडी, शी इज ब्रिंगिंग ऑल द रिलीजन्स together and working so hard to bring the peace. एक और सवाल जो मेरे जहन में आ रहा है, ऑटवा मुस्लिम वुमेन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के हवाले से कौन सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आप लोगों ने की हैं और आप you really feel proud of them, like being the founder and the president of that organization. आपको लगता है कि वाकई में we were able to do something and we achieved despite the lot of hardships.
Every year in April, we hold a festival of friendship annual dinner, and we invite people from all walks of life. We have invited prime ministers and governor generals and medical doctors, head of states, head of so many religious leaders to be our speakers. And we have this annual dinner, and that is when we do our most fundraising event, is the annual Festival of Friendship dinner. And we seat 8 people to a table, and we have a very elegant dinner, and it is very well done, and people look forward to it every year. And we donate to many charities each year, and we have been doing it for 20 years now, and we hope to continue doing it. Last year we gave to, this year we are giving to the Rohingya Muslims who are refugees in Burma right now, in Bangladesh, from Burma. So we have done so many projects over the years. We have supported the Heart Institute, that many hospitals in Ottawa, Children's Hospital, and Heart Institute, you name it, and we have supported different people. And this is the best part of the Ottawa Muslim Women's Organization. People look forward to it. Not only that, our members, the members of Ottawa Muslim Organization, Women's Organization, they can be Muslim, non-Muslim, men and women. Everybody is welcome. Anybody over the age of 18 can be a member. And we do many other things. We also do, we collect food every year for the food bank, annual fundraiser, and we donate to food banks. We used to provide food to food bank, 4 food banks, but because of COVID, since last year it has stopped. We don't provide halal food, halal meat, etc. We have to give the money to the Ottawa Food Bank, and they are providing the food. Because of COVID, we cannot go. We used to have volunteers working in these food banks. All this has stopped since last year because of COVID. But we were doing everything on hand. We were there on hands, helping as volunteers, providing food, and working as volunteers in these food banks, and serving food also. We used to go and serve food to the people who came for lunch at the food bank, Ottawa Food Bank.
और मेरा अगला सवाल ये कि ये जो पैंडेमिक है, इसमें किस तरीके से आपकी चैरिटीज की जो एफर्ट हैं, क्या उनके कुछ दिक्कत आई हैं आपको कलेक्शन में या फंड रेजिंग के अंदर?
Most of the work we do is by email nowadays because of COVID, and we for this Rohingya Muslims, we raise money by just calling people by phone and by email.
जब आप इंडिया से कनाडा आए, तो उसके बारे में आप बताइए कि वो जर्नी कैसी रही, आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या थी, और कैसे आपने जो है जिस मुकाम पर आज हैं आप उस पे आप पहुंचे?
Basically, I came to Canada because I got married to my husband. He came to India in 1967 December. And we got married on the 31st of December, and I came to Canada on the 13th of January because he was already living in Canada. He was doing his FRCP fellowship in FRCP to do his exams. He had finished his 4 years of residency here. And so we lived for 8 months in Kingston. Then we moved to Ottawa on 1st September 1968. And I have lived in Ottawa now for 53 years. And my life started here as a newly married, bride with my husband, and we made our life here. And then we started. There was just a small building for the mosque where the Ottawa Mosque is today. We used to go and we used to pray there, and we made friends. And then when the mosque was established in 1977, the first mosque in Ottawa was built. They started building it in 75. It was finished in 77, and then I invited a few of the ladies from the mosque to come to my house, Eva Wahab. For I had a housewarming Maulud al-Nabi program in my house, and they came. And Shano Beko Saleh, who was Albanian, she stood up and she said, "Nazira, do you mind if I speak in your house?" I said, "Sure, go ahead." And she said, "I have been in Ottawa. I've lived in Ottawa for so many years. I have never seen so many Muslim women before." She saw all these Muslim women in my house for the first time. And she said, "We have the Ottawa Muslim Women's Auxiliary, and we would like to invite you to join us." And she told us about it. And right that day, Humaira Ansari, who is from Pakistan, Karachi, and me, she was my very good friend. We both joined the auxiliary, and we became part of the auxiliary. And that's how we got involved with the mosque. And that's how we started our life doing all this charitable work from that day onward. And Shanu and Humaira were also the board members of the Ottawa Muslim Women's Organization when I established it in 2001.
आपकी ये जर्नी रही है, आप क्या एडवाइस देंगी जो नए मुस्लिम इमिग्रेंट कनाडा में आते हैं?
I would advise the young people to get involved with the Ottawa mainstream community. Many people choose to stay in their own little pockets of ethnic groups, like Pakistanis with Pakistanis, Bangladeshis with Bangladeshis, Indians with Indians, etc. I don't believe in that. Because I came from India, from South India, from Bangalore, where it was a multinational, multicultural society. We had people in my childhood who were Swiss and Germans and British and Americans, all living in India. And I went to an English school, so I learned English in India, so I could speak. And also my second language in my school was French. I was able to speak English and French. And I came here and I was able to adjust well because I was fluent in English and I was used to the same type of multi-faith, multi-national, multicultural people in Ottawa. So I was able to fit in. But people who come from their own countries who are not exposed to what I was exposed to, they have challenges and they have hardship adjusting here. And they tend to be in their own groups and they mingle with their own groups, Arabs with their, even the Arabs, they have the Egyptians, the Yemenis, the Lebanese and the Yemenis and the Syrians and the Iraqis, they all have their little groups. I tell everybody to mix with everybody else so that we become one family, one community, one national Muslim organization. It's much better. We have more strength when we are united like this than if we are small pockets. I am a life member of India-Canada Association. I have been a life member for years and years. I also belong to the Indo-Canadian Community Center. I'm a life member there. I'm a life member of the Ottawa Mosque. For a few years, when there were some lady presidents, I have been members of Pakistan Canada Association also, CPA. I have been I'm a member of the Guyanese Association. I do participate with different organizations, and we should be involved with each other so that we can help each other and we have strength with being together, especially when there are, attacks against minorities, against Muslims or any visible minorities. When we are international and we are involved with everybody, it helps. And I also work with the indigenous people of Canada, the First Nations of Canada, the Inuit and the First Nations. I help them. I'm part of their groups also. I know them. And we invite them to our dinners. We always have a prayer by the First Nations leader, who starts the prayer. And we have an imam doing the prayer. So we do invite people of all faiths to our dinners and at our functions. And I encourage all of us to do that.
कि जो मुस्लिम खवातीन के हवाले से कि अगर वो जब कनाडा में आती हैं तो और वो वॉलंटियर करना चाहती हैं तो आप उनको क्या एडवाइस देंगे? वेयर शुड दे गो, हाउ दे शुड स्टार्ट, इसके बारे में बताइए.
The first place they can start volunteering is in the school where their children are enrolled. Both my children were born in Ottawa. And they went to school in my neighborhood, in the elementary school. When they turned 4, I was volunteering in their lunchroom. I was volunteering with anything that was needed. And there are so many ways they can volunteer. They can become interpreters. They can help with so many ways. They just have to approach the school and say, I would like to volunteer in the school. How can I help? And they will tell you what they need. I have worked when my children were in school, I helped in the library. I was fixing books, library books they tear by the children, they get, by use. I used to fix them. I know how to bind books now because I was a volunteer. I learned to bind books which had come apart. So there are many, many ways people can get involved. Even if your English is poor, if you speak only Urdu, if you speak only Arabic, doesn't matter. It's very important because the schools, because in Canada, in Ottawa, we have 56 nationalities. 56 nationalities in Canada. After English and French, the third most spoken language is Arabic because we have lots of Christian Arabs too from Lebanon and other countries. So the third most spoken language, you will be surprised to know, is Arabic. And then we have Afghani refugees, we have people from, all over the world. The schools need interpreters. They need help with the languages. So even if you speak Urdu, Pashto, Farsi, any language, Arabic, they need your help in the schools as volunteers, and you will be a great help to them to communicate with the children of the parents of those children who are enrolled in the same schools. Please get involved in your schools. And there are so many ways. Once you become a volunteer, word will spread. I was a volunteer in one place, and then others would hear about my volunteering and they would ask me to volunteer for them. Once you are a volunteer, there's no stopping. People will keep on asking you to volunteer. And volunteering is the best way to serve your society, to serve your family. And when your children see you volunteering, they feel happy and they feel proud and they feel secure that, oh, my mom is volunteering in my school. That's so nice. So you should get involved wherever you can. If your children are playing soccer, you can be a volunteer there. You can. I used to take when my children were playing soccer, they in the break they used to give them oranges. So even each parent had to bring oranges and cut them up and water the oranges and give it to the children during the break so that they can suck on the oranges to give them energy. There are so many ways you can be a volunteer.
Thank you. I think this is very important, and आपने जो school की volunteering का बताया, I think it's very, very useful for the new immigrants' parents and those who are listening to us. This is where they can start. You are an inspiration to so many women out there, and so many people, not only women. I have seen men equally respect you, and your name is taken with a lot of respect in our community. आपकी जिंदगी में ऐसे कौन से लोग हैं जिनसे आप inspire हैं?
That's a tough one. I was inspired. I do all my work. My inspiration comes from my mother. My mother was the most charitable person. Both my parents were very charitable. I used to see them give so much in charity in Ramadan and throughout the year. Anytime anybody came to our house, whether it was a Hindu or a Muslim, whether we knew them or not, anybody who came for help, my mother helped them. And she died suddenly within a few weeks in 1980. And the place was packed with people. And my brother said, if you had borrowed any money from my mother, please forget it. You don't owe her anything. He announced when she died. So that they didn't have to worry that they had to repay that money to somebody else because my mother had given them the money. Or whatever. My parents always help people, and I learned that from my mother. Everything I do, I'm inspired by my parents.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the highest place in Jannah to your mother and your father, who have raised such a wonderful daughter, mother, and a community leader. अगर आप ऑटवा में ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको एक बिलबोर्ड हो, एक बिलबोर्ड आपको डेडिकेट किया जाए, आप उसके ऊपर क्या लिखवाना चाहेंगी?
Be humble. Serve your family first. You have to take care of your family first, and then you do the charitable work. I always made sure that I had cooked food in my house for my family before I went out to help outside. My family had hot meals every day without fail. And then I did my charitable work. You have to get organized. You have to pre-plan to do this, and I'm really humbled by the respect I have received in this community. I get tears in my eyes. I don't think I deserve it. I feel very humble and very, very, it's very kind and, very, very nice of people to respect me. And every time they do that, I start crying.
Thank you, Auntie Nazira. You have done a great for our community. I think we couldn't ask for a better Muslim woman leader in Ottawa. And not only in Ottawa, I think in whole Canada, if you search for a Muslim woman, I think first name that would appear is of Auntie Nazira. The things she has done. And the most important thing that I observed, and when I came to Canada and first me and my husband, we met Auntie Nazira. She was so welcoming. And she just met us and she was so welcoming and she introduced us to so many people that we instantly fall in love with her. And I know the same experience, everyone who meets her had the similar experience with her. She's very loving, she's very kind and always, available to help people. So thank you, Auntie Nazira, for taking out time, to do this interview. We are very, very thankful and thank you for inspiring so many people in Ottawa. Any last message that you want to give it to our viewers who are watching the show.
Oh, I just want everybody to be healthy and happy and safe from the COVID pandemic that is going around and variants. And I apologize to all my Pakistani friends. मेरी उर्दू इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, इसीलिए मैं ज्यादातर उर्दू में जवाब नहीं दे रही थी, क्योंकि आप लोगों की उर्दू मेरी उर्दू से बहुत ही अच्छी होगी। तो मुझे माफ कर दीजिएगा, मैं अंग्रेजी में बोल रही थी। और इंशाल्लाह I hope you enjoyed the program, all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.